After 50, living with diabetes isn't just about blood sugar, it's about survival. The doctor visits, the meds, the glucose strips, they add up fast. For many, it's not just a health condition, it's a silent drain on your energy, your independence, and yes, your wallet. But what if I told you the fastest way to lower blood sugar wasn't hiding in a prescription bottle or some expensive supplement, but in your pantry? In today's video, we're revealing 3 humble beans, yes, beans that scientists have quietly been praising for their incredible power to regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and even protect your nerves and heart. If you think managing diabetes means giving up good food or living under strict rules, think again. This could be the small, affordable change that transforms your daily life. If this helps you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us below. Which of these beans have you tried, and how do you usually prepare them? Number 1, chickpeas, the quiet hero against belly fat and blood sugar spikes. You'd never guess it by looking at them, those small, beige little spheres sitting quietly in a can on the grocery shelf. But chickpeas hold a secret that could change the way you live with diabetes, especially after 50. Because for many of us, managing diabetes isn't just about numbers on a chart. It's about the stubborn belly fat that crept in somewhere between your 50s and 60s. The fatigue after meals, the hunger that hits out of nowhere even after you thought you ate the right thing. And worst of all, that sinking feeling at the doctor's office when they say your A1C is still high. Here's where chickpeas step in, not as a trendy superfood, but as a quietly powerful ally that most people overlook. Chickpeas are rich in something called resistant starch. Sounds scientific, but here's what matters. This type of starch resists digestion in your small intestine. Instead of breaking down into sugar right away like other carbs, it travels to the large intestine where it feeds the friendly bacteria in your gut and produces short-chain fatty acids that help your body use insulin more effectively. Translation: chickpeas help reduce insulin resistance, flatten those post-meal blood sugar spikes, and keep you feeling full for hours, not just full, but steady. And this isn't just some internet theory. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition showed that people who added chickpeas to their daily meals had a 39% reduction in insulin spikes after eating. That's not a small number. That's the kind of improvement most people hope to get from medication. And yet, chickpeas don't come with side effects. They don't need a prescription. They don't cost $300 a month. They just need a little olive oil and garlic powder. But wait, chickpeas don't stop at blood sugar. They're also packed with plant-based protein and soluble fiber, the exact combination that helps curb appetite and support healthy weight loss. Just 1 cup of cooked chickpeas gives you over 15 grams of protein and more than 12 grams of fiber. If you've been battling weight gain since your diagnosis, especially that stubborn midsection weight that just won't budge, this is the kind of food your body has been waiting for. And let's talk about ease, because you don't need to be a chef to bring chickpeas into your day. Toss them in a hot pan with a little olive oil, paprika, and cumin. Roast until golden and crispy, and you've got a savory snack that crushes cravings without raising your blood sugar. Blend them into a creamy hummus, add a dash of lemon, and spread it on sprouted grain toast. It's hearty, it's balanced. It's the kind of snack that feels like comfort food, but works like health food. Make a quick salad, chop cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, a few spoonfuls of chickpeas, and a light vinaigrette. Done in minutes, nourishing for hours. And if you're really feeling creative, try a chickpea stew with turmeric and greens. It's warm, it's grounding, and it's exactly the kind of blood sugar-friendly comfort food your kitchen needs more of. Now, beyond the fiber, the protein in the resistant starch chickpeas also deliver magnesium and vitamin B6, 2 nutrients that often fall low in people over 50, especially those managing diabetes. Magnesium plays a big role in blood sugar regulation, and B6, it supports metabolism and nerve function, helping to fight off one of the lesser-known dangers of long-term diabetes, nerve damage and fatigue. Chickpeas don't try to do everything. They don't promise miracles. But what they do is steady your sugar, reduce inflammation, help manage your weight, and nourish your body quietly, gently, and affordably. For anyone over 50 living with diabetes, that's not just helpful, that's powerful. And the best part, you don't need to change everything in your diet. You don't need to follow a complicated plan. You just need to make room, just half a cup a day, for one small food that does more than it lets on. Chickpeas might not shout for attention, but once you let them into your life, you'll wonder why no one told you sooner. Number 2, pinto beans, natural relief for nerve pain and silent inflammation. If you've ever woken up with tingling hands or felt like your feet were walking on pins and needles, you're not alone. For many older adults living with diabetes, nerve pain isn't just a nuisance, it's a daily reminder that something deeper is going wrong inside the body. It's called diabetic neuropathy, and it's more common than you think. Over 50% of people with diabetes will experience some form of nerve damage in their lifetime. It starts small numb toes, cold fingers, burning calves, but left unchecked, it can turn into something much more serious: balance issues, sleep loss, even the inability to feel pain where it matters most. But here's the good news. There's a humble food, soft, earthy, comforting, that's been quietly making waves in medical nutrition research. And it might already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet. Pinto beans. They're not flashy. They don't come in trendy packaging. But these gentle legumes are loaded with a B vitamin that your nerves absolutely depend on: folate. Folate is essential for the repair and regeneration of nerve tissue. It helps your body produce red blood cells, supports circulation, and most importantly, provides the raw materials your nerves need to heal, rebuild, and feel again. And get this, just 1 cup of cooked pinto beans delivers 294 micrograms of folate. That's over 70% of your daily needs from a single budget-friendly food. Now here's where it gets interesting. A 3-month study published in Diabetes Care found that adults with type 2 diabetes who ate a daily serving of legumes, including pinto beans, saw a 19.8% drop in markers of inflammation. Why does that matter? Because inflammation is the hidden fuel behind most diabetes complications, especially nerve damage. It quietly disrupts your body's healing processes, makes your cells more insulin resistant, and slowly wears down your nervous system. Lowering inflammation doesn't just help with pain, it improves how your nerves communicate. It supports better blood flow to your extremities, and it helps stop that downward spiral before it starts. And the best part, pinto beans don't just help your nerves. They support the whole system. They're full of complex carbs that digest slowly, plant-based protein that keeps you energized, and magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that regulate blood pressure and help maintain a healthy heart rhythm. That matters more than ever after 50. Because diabetes doesn't just attack blood sugar. It threatens your heart, your circulation, and your sense of balance and independence. Now, how do you eat them? One of the best ways: simmer them slowly with a small strip of dried kombu seaweed. This old-school method not only softens the beans faster, it also boosts their mineral content and makes them easier to digest. You get a deep, savory broth full of comfort, and your body gets a dose of healing without even realizing it. Another favorite: mash them with a bit of garlic and cumin. Then roll them up in a whole grain wrap with sautéed bell peppers and fresh cilantro. A warm burrito that doesn't spike your sugar, but leaves you feeling full and nourished. And if you're pressed for time, just warm up a cup of pinto beans, add a splash of lime, and eat them with a bowl of brown rice. It's simple, it works, and your body knows exactly what to do with it. Pinto beans may not be glamorous, but for someone struggling with the quiet ache of neuropathy or the burning discomfort that keeps you up at night, they offer something even more valuable than comfort. They offer relief, not in the form of a pill, not in the form of a quick fix, but as a gentle daily nourishment that supports your nerves, soothes your system, and helps you feel just a little more like you again. And that's the kind of healing we all deserve. Number 3, kidney beans. Blood sugar stability starts here. They're small, they're red, and they just might be the most underestimated food in your kitchen. Kidney beans may look simple, but inside, every bite is a powerful tool for anyone over 50 fighting the daily ups and downs of diabetes. Let's start with what makes them stand out. Kidney beans are packed with resistant starch, a special kind of carbohydrate that doesn't break down into sugar the way most carbs do. Instead, it travels through your digestive system, nearly untouched, helping regulate blood sugar and nourish your gut along the way. That's right. While other foods cause spikes and crashes, kidney beans help steady your blood sugar. They slow digestion. They reduce the glucose surge after meals. And they improve insulin sensitivity, meaning your body can actually use the sugar in your blood, not just store it as fat. Now here's a number worth remembering. The glycemic index (GI) of kidney beans is just 29. That's incredibly low, especially when you compare it to foods like white rice, GI of 73, or white bread, GI of 75. For someone with diabetes, this isn't just helpful, it's essential. Because lower GI means less blood sugar chaos and more predictability in your day. But kidney beans don't stop there. They're rich in soluble fiber, which not only slows digestion, but also feeds the good bacteria in your gut. That matters more than most people realize because your gut health plays a massive role in inflammation, immune function, and how well your body handles sugar. When your gut is thriving, inflammation goes down, absorption improves, insulin works better, and those mysterious digestive issues that so many older adults chalk up to just aging, they often ease up too. And get this, every half-cup serving of kidney beans gives you 6 grams of fiber and almost 8 grams of plant-based protein. That's a winning combo for anyone trying to stay full, longer, eat less junk, and manage hunger without relying on packaged snacks. Need more reason to make space for them. They also contain iron, which helps deliver oxygen throughout your body, folate, which supports nerve function, and 2 minerals most seniors are often deficient in: magnesium and potassium. These minerals don't just keep your blood pressure in check. They also help regulate your heartbeat and support the same vascular health that protects your kidneys, eyes, and brain. Now let's talk about how to enjoy them. You can toss kidney beans into a cool summer salad with cucumbers, tomatoes, and a light vinaigrette. It's refreshing, satisfying, and blood sugar friendly. Or warm them into a hearty vegetable soup, something you can make ahead and enjoy all week. Even better, mash them with garlic and spices, then spread that over a slice of sprouted grain toast. It's like a comfort food version of a blood sugar solution. And if you're building a grain bowl with brown rice or quinoa, just toss in a few spoonfuls of kidney beans, add some greens, and drizzle with olive oil and lemon juice. It's simple, nourishing, and it works. Because here's the truth. You don't need exotic supplements. You don't need a complicated diet. And you certainly don't need to give up flavor or feel like every meal is a chore. What you do need is consistency, fiber, resistant starch, real nutrition that supports your gut, your blood vessels, your energy, and yes, your numbers. Kidney beans offer all of that in one affordable, easy-to-make food. For anyone over 50, especially those navigating the challenges of type 2 diabetes, this isn't just a smart choice. It's a daily decision that adds up meal after meal, week after week. Your blood sugar doesn't need to be a roller coaster. Your energy doesn't have to crash at 2 p.m. And your meals don't have to be bland or boring. Sometimes the most powerful foods aren't loud. They're quiet, dependable, and exactly what your body's been asking for. Kidney beans are one of those foods. Number 4, a post-meal walk, the 15-minute habit that can transform your blood sugar. No gym membership, no fancy equipment, no sweat-drenched workouts. Just your feet, a comfortable pair of shoes, and 15 quiet minutes after a meal. It sounds almost too simple, but what happens when you take a walk after eating could be one of the most powerful things you can do for your blood sugar, especially after 50. Here's what most people don't realize: after you eat, your blood sugar naturally rises. That's normal, but for people living with type 2 diabetes, the rise can be too fast, too high, too long, and those repeated spikes, they're not just numbers. They're what drive fatigue, weight gain, insulin resistance, and long-term complications. Now imagine this. Instead of sitting on the couch or heading back to your desk after lunch or dinner, you simply go for a walk, just 10 to 15 minutes, around the block, in the backyard, even pacing the hallway if it's raining outside. And during that short, simple walk, something amazing happens. Your muscles start pulling glucose from your bloodstream, naturally lowering your blood sugar without any medication at all. They use that sugar for energy right then and there, before it can spike. A 2019 study published in Diabetes Care found that a brief post-meal walk was more effective at reducing blood sugar spikes than taking a 45-minute walk at another time of day. That's huge. Think about that for a second. 15 minutes, not hours. No treadmill, no weights, no changing clothes. Just movement right when your body's ready for it. And the benefits don't stop at blood sugar. Walking after meals improves digestion, so you don't feel bloated or sluggish. It boosts circulation, helping nutrients reach your muscles and brain. It sharpens mental clarity, lifts mood, and even supports better sleep. It can also help flatten the energy crash that hits many people in the early afternoon. That foggy, tired, can't focus feeling. It's often the result of a blood sugar roller coaster. Walking smooths that ride. And here's something that makes this even more powerful, especially if you're over 50. As we age, our cells become a bit less responsive to insulin. This means the body has a harder time pulling sugar out of the bloodstream. But exercise, even light movement like walking, opens the door for sugar to move into the muscles, no insulin required. So even if you're already on medication, even if you're eating healthy, a simple walk can dramatically amplify your results. It's not about walking far, it's about walking at the right time. After breakfast, after lunch, after dinner. You don't need to walk fast, just move consistently. And if you're worried about time, try this. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Walk one direction. When it goes off, turn around. Walk back, done. That's 10 minutes, just enough to get your blood moving, your muscles working, and your glucose levels heading in the right direction. And if you can stretch it to 15, even better. The key is consistency, not perfection. The beauty of this habit is how easy it is to fit into your life. You don't need to drive anywhere. You don't need to change into workout clothes. You don't even need to break a sweat. You just need to show up. Day by day, meal by meal, those little walks add up. They become a rhythm, a ritual, a quiet moment that protects your health, clears your mind, and reminds you you are not powerless. Diabetes may be part of your life, but it doesn't have to define it. You don't need to climb mountains. Just lace up your shoes and take the next step. Because sometimes healing starts right outside your front door. 3 simple beans, not miracle pills, not expensive superfoods. Just humble ingredients with the quiet power to heal from within. Because growing older doesn't mean adding more medications to the shelf. Sometimes it just means learning how to nourish the body in ways that truly matter. Every spoonful of kidney beans, chickpeas, or pinto beans is more than just food. It's a daily step toward freedom, strength, and self-care. If this video helps shift the way you think about managing diabetes, consider sharing it with someone you care about. You never know, one thoughtful meal could spare them a prescription later on. And if you'd like to keep learning with us gently and consistently from a place of trust and understanding, if this helped you, don't forget to subscribe. Your health is your greatest wealth.